everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Hearthstone. So we have 2 quests left. We need to win 5 games with the Hunter, because we don't play as the Mage anymore since they're maxed level. And we need to win 1 game with the Rogue or Warrior. And we had such a great amount of luck with last recording that we ended at 30 minutes even and had already gotten both the Tavern Brawl and 4 other victories because mostly people keep having internet problems. Apparently playing on January 1st is a great time to be playing Hearthstone. Seems like everybody's got a New Year's resolution to play Hearthstone apparently. Everybody's on anyways because it's the first of the month and also because it's a holiday and most people don't have to go to school or work. So it's probably the best day out of the year, I would guess, to play. I didn't play, I don't think, on Christmas, so I wouldn't know about that. But I suspect not a ton of people played it on Christmas. Everybody would be playing other video games they bought, and or if they got a new computer or laptop that was playing Hearthstone, I bet people wouldn't get around to being able to play Hearthstone in the first day anyways. They'd be too busy installing other things or setting it up. So, yeah.
This guy's toast.
Turn it. Hoping for a little bit better. We'll play Bear Trap then. So we are here, and we have just got gotten to this point. Let's see. I talked about a lot for 30 minutes. Not really a ton of stuff to talk about. I wonder if I could ever convince my fans to send me Christmas presents. Interesting thought. I don't think that it's realistic, but... And honestly, people picking out random presents is about the exact opposite of what I would hope for. Let's go ahead and do that. Because people think they can give you something that you would have never thought of and will appreciate. For me personally, I'm online all the time shopping. I'm addicted to it probably, although I do a pretty good job of not actually spending much of any money. But I look at everything and I have very so that's why in my personal life I pretty much don't want people, and I ask them indirectly not to give me cash or whatever, because people end up giving me things I didn't really want, and then I feel slightly obliged to keep it for at least a year before I then sneakily throw it away or re-gift it. And that's just kind of all stuff I don't really want to deal with. If you have a beast, summon a random beast. Alright. If you have an empty hand, gain 3. I can't play this and this. So, this, and
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
summon a random 2-cost card. And
Job's done.
There we go. So I would like to be able to play this. Unfortunately,
Ha, this guy's toast.
that's the solution now. Being the first of the year, I managed to line up a decent amount of things to come out right then. Let's see, I can't kill this guy. Protect my
Regret this.
also deal that amount to your hero. Interesting. Alright. So Gone Home is starting right now. Deponia is starting right now. I've really lined up a lot of things. That is 100% simple luck, really. There's no way I can consistently do that. We are somewhere close to the end of... I think we're probably still a month away from the end of Deus Ex. If I'm pumping out 2 at a time, but every day, but it's still not anywhere close. For a second there, I thought that was the one that was going to give my beast charge. That would have been nice. So what I should have done is summoned this on this side. That way this would have summoned in between. Oh well. Spy has beaten me. I've been beaten by a spy. Well, apparently I'd already gotten the 5 victories for the Rogue Warrior, and it wasn't counting one of those. This game has gotten so buggy. So completely buggy. So now I just need to get the Hunter game victories. Oh, this game has gotten so ridiculously, just stupidly buggy. You'd think a simple thing. It must be a small percentage, or just me that's seeing this bug. It must be, because if everybody is having this issue, you would think they would have fixed it by now. Maybe it is the Hearthstone deck tracker that's causing this issue. I don't know, but I'm not going to give up the Hearthstone deck tracker for that silly thing, but I'm pretty sure this wasn't always the case. I'm pretty sure it worked at some point. I think. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm just missed it for a long time. I don't believe that's the case though. That seems ridiculous. I probably could even go look at old footage of my video games, my recordings, and see it work properly if I cared enough. So, with it being past New Year's, I can officially say my volunteer artist forgot to both do a New Year's picture and a Thanksgiving picture. So again, I'm not going to get into it again, but
today
I need a new artist.
I don't have to
if
be
anybody
a
wants to volunteer, what would be asked of you is to work for free. I would ask you to make a logo, a new logo for 2016 for me, a watermark for that matched that logo, and then a single 1080p 1920 by 1080p picture that said Happy Christmas, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy October for every holiday. So you're talking potentially 15 to 20 pieces of work is the initial project. Okay? I would ask of any artist, and if you can get that work done in a reasonable amount of time, and if you can get the work done pretty fast,
runs out on me.
Great. By the time this video comes out, it'll probably be months into 2016. Anyway, but that doesn't matter. If you want to start at 2017, that probably will be helpful too. The next second project, if you can get all of that done in a reasonable amount of time, which honestly, from my perspective, that is not a ridiculous amount of work for an artist.
Oh, shoot.
I assume digital or just straight hand
runs out on me.
draw pictures, and that they do it in such a consistent fashion that they can turn out at least one picture a week. And that should be more than enough for the rate that I need. The phase 2 part of that is I would have you go through my playlist tab, I'd have you see all the games I've covered, and I'd have you make numbered episode thumbnails for each game that doesn't have thumbnails. Now Hearthstone, when you look at it, it does have thumbnails right now. That's one of the few ones I actually got done, but there's plenty in the spotlights that didn't get thumbnails. Each of those would be making basically one picture per video, and then every other playlist is a series where you would make, for example, The Witcher 3. No, I think we did get thumbnails for Witcher 3, but I guess just for example, it doesn't really matter. So you make Witcher 3 episode 1.
Oh, shoot.
And Witcher 3 episode 2. Witcher 3 episode 3, and all of that, you would have to figure out how to automate that process, I would assume, so that the number just goes up and up automatically without the effort. I don't know, depending on what program or what operating system, how you could do that. I could probably make some guesses.
The beasts obey me.
That I would absolutely want the people to automate that process, because that would be ridiculous. You can't
runs out on me.
1, 2, 3, or 4, but even that wouldn't be an amazingly difficult thing.
I've got the beast in my sack.
Photoshop work?
I've been inside that thing for months.
Because in Photoshop, you could just make multiple overlays. Most of my series don't go over 100 episodes, so you think maybe at most 100 things. Alright, let's do this, and then this, and I guess that's all I can do.
Oh, shoot.
Here. That one and that. How many times have we seen people play this? And finally it works for us. Next turn I can play both of these cards, but I'll have one. It sorta worked for us, I guess. Might be the more realistic thing to say.
Do you have the artifact?
Finally, in the last recording, got this map to the Golden Monkey, and just as we were playing the map, which just puts a Golden Monkey card in your deck and makes you draw one card, at that point I was right down to the level where the opponent conceded. Attack the face.
Get back!
Effectively used all my cards and survived an onslaught of all my cards. So that tells me when I've used every single thing and I feel like I've done it successfully and they're still beating me and they have 5 cards and they're not dead, that tells me that my cards that I'm playing are super successful. So here's the map to the Golden Monkey again. We play that, and then the Golden Monkey gets put in our deck, and we draw a card. And then we can play this while we're at it. Let's go ahead and do this. Attack with that. So if I could stay alive for 19 turns, maybe I could get the golden monkey and we can finally play it. But I can already tell you right now, it is not but I'm hovering over what it says in the Hearthstone deck tracker for what the golden monkey is. It is a 6 attack, 6 health with taunt and battle cry that replaces your hand and deck with legendary minions. So that's kind of cool. I have to admit, that is a cool thought. So you almost certainly would never actually get the golden monkey, though, because you used half of your deck. So this is something, a strategy that would need a lot of help to actually get you what you want, which is about 15. I'd say at most you're gonna get about 15 legendary cards that you can play, and it's not even that playing is going to win the game for you or anything. You're just gonna have a bunch of probably very expensive cards you need to play.
You require my assistance?
I'm in trouble now. Do I want to just attack the face and hope I can survive? Because this is 10 plus 6, 16. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill one of these guys. Attack the face here.
Job done.
Turn. It's not even like I'm gonna have it if I got the gold monkey. I'm playing every single card I can.
Aha! Aha!
It's time for a little blood.
Well played.
And then we have
The
this.
beasts obey me.
And we've got this. Yeah, so we now know. Now that I've seen what the golden monkey does, it is a 4 mana card. By the way. It's not worth it at all. It does something crazy, I fully admit it, but you would have to have a deck that is centered around drawing specific cards. There's just no way to do that in Hearthstone. There's, even if you played Discovery, even if you did everything you possibly could, there's just no solution here.
Aha!
Deal 9 damage to a minion. I think they're are they gonna win or are they gonna end the turn?
Aha!
Whoops.
That's fine. Just need to play ranked until we get to 20 and then I'm done with playing ranked for another month. I just have no clue what they could possibly do to incentivize me to play ranked. Well, I actually know exactly what they could do. They could just stop giving me gold for playing free play casual. That's the one thing. And that would be a
I
big
will
negative
fight
incentive.
with honor.
Or if they said
Let
we
the
got
hunt
more gold
begin.
for if you got double gold for playing in ranked over casual, that would be, I guess, enough incentive for me to always play ranked. But I wouldn't like it. I would not be happy about it. Ranked's too hard. You keep running into good players that beat you. Even casual's too hard. you run into too many good players, or the decks between the two players are too random. I assume at the higher levels of ranked, it starts to get very cold and calculated, and people know by the first like 3 moves whether they're gonna win or lose and are conceding. But at the low level where I play, where I live, it's just crazy random. It is just total insanity. Yeah, so we need to get at least Star Seeker out of every deck. That's not.
I must move quickly.
That if I was gonna put that in any deck, what I need to do is put it in a Druid deck, which does allow you to draw more cards, or a Warlock deck that allows you to draw more cards. I suppose if you were playing the Warlock and you got to the point where you can get the Golden Monkey, maybe you can sit there and take 2 damage to your face every time and use that ability. Go ahead and do this. And then determine.
I must move quickly.
Looks like Hannibal here is lost connection again. Great news for me. I'll take it. Well, apparently my deck changed according to that. I don't know why. There must be the Timberwolf, maybe I get added that later or something? I don't know.
Job's done. I must move quickly.
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
Here. Turn. I do need to save time. Just in my life, generally speaking, I need to save time. I need to stop, not just play Hearthstone for no reason. So I'm happy on one aspect to say, yeah, I can play here and battle really fast. But on the other side,
Oh,
I kinda wish I could
done.
just stay here and play.
I must move quickly.
I think they've probably implemented a new system. It feels like a new system. It feels like if it just ends that way, they just start not moving at all. It says your opponent left. So that might very well mean that we can no longer pull off strategies. If I was going to sit there and play at least Star Seeker and try to get to the Golden Monkey and play all that, that may just not be an option anymore.
Your soul shall be mine.
And
let the hunt begin.
If that is the case, that's fine. I would hope that the game starts flashing something at you and saying, you will disconnect, you will concede in 5 seconds if you don't click cancel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, conceded, type stuff. One would hope that that's what. Now, theoretically, I should have played this over that. For a couple different reasons. I should have played this because I'm not going to have any other beast for a while. I should have played this because it has more attack. Yep, I played poorly in that choice. Is he gonna end his turn, or I mean, he's already played his 2 mana. He can't do anything else.
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
In turn, just continue to play as fast as possible, just to save time. I wonder what I'm gonna do after Dishonored. I haven't even started Dishonored, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, What other games are left as far
Get
as
in
the
there
schedule?
and fight, maggot!
The Beast Cast for this week.
Out
I actually woke up to them playing, so I'd done something already that would have them playing on myself. It's not strange because I do.
Today, I don't have to be a princess.
For some reason, I can't sleep in silence. I don't know what is wrong with me that I need noise. I think part of it is because I have good ears, and if I don't have a constant radio on, then I'll just hear people's cars going off and trains and weather outside. And so it's more preferable to go with. It's just better. Let's see. Should we save ourselves 4 and kill this guy? No, let's go ahead and hit the face. So they were just going through a list of like everything that's coming out in 2016, and they got to like February.
Put this apple on
like,
your head.
February's gonna be really full, and then they started skipping past it. They're like, yeah, there's even more things that are scheduled. Now I don't know how many of those are gonna really make it. That's always a side question, I suppose. Do I want to protect myself and kill this guy? And so I woke up to this really long rambling list, and then I went back and started it over again and listened to it while I was actually awake, and it was still hard to listen to. He was gonna double up on that. He was gonna play 2 knife jugglers on me. Good thing I got rid of one. So there's just a ton of games in 2016 that are planned for. I've got
My shield
But-
for Argus!
I'm still not to the level where I think I'm doing good. I'm thinking somewhere in the second half, maybe I'd still I need to take some lessons away. Things like Fallout 4. Like, I still want to play Fallout 4.
Job done.
But it would have been a pretty heavy investment to spend $60 on that. Play that for quite a long time. Have a big old series come out on my channel, and I suspect probably not a ton of views. I think it would be very much like Witcher 3.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Not a ton of views. Principle. I mean, you have to eventually get to new games. There's no arguing against it, really, but it is annoying. Ooh, I'm at 180. Do I have an arena already purchased? Maybe we will just do an arena run. I don't know. See, I'm trying to find ways to make longer recordings, or more recordings. They don't need to be longer. So I'm thinking maybe do another arena run. But actually, no. I think what we'll do is we're gonna end this recording here. We're kind of doing 30-minute episodes now. I don't know if we're gonna stay with this, but that's what we're gonna do. So, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. It seems like because we're going to 30-minute episodes, conversations are gonna kind of get put on pause and started up again in the next recording too. So sorry about that, but we'll figure it all out, and I'll eventually get better at doing shorter episodes for Hearthstone. If you want to support me, you can click on my name Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it and make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.